Okay, welcome back everyone. Okay, so here's the model slapped together, not glued together, not yet. I'm going to show the small bits now, but this is now minus the top fin, which I do not have, and the interior of the cockpit and all the little bits and pieces. So I'm going to show the bits and pieces, where they go, how to prepare them, and then, like I said, I'll go away and glue everything together and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so your first bit, I'll work from front to back, it'll be easier. Move this one to the side. Okay, is your inner nose. So you get this basically with a lot of resin on the back. It can easily be broken off, sanded down with the files, little gaps filled up if there is any, sanded flat, and it basically drops in. So all you need is, once you've done the painting, you've painted the whole model white. Okay, and let's just say again, any of these little bits and pieces, paint them before you put the model together, or before you, after you've painted, and once you put the main bits together. It will be a lot easier because they're all different colors. So this will be a dark grey color. This is grey not because it's painted, it's pigment in the resin. So basically just sand it down, smooth it down, and drop it in there with a blob of glue once it's painted. Okay, and obviously it will bring out the look of it when it's painted as well. It'll look very nice in there with a grey color. Okay, moving further back from there, you have your side avionics or gun avionics. I'm not too sure what it's called. This print came out, or the actual original resin print came out very well. For some reason, the resin, when I put through the resin, it did not bring out the little circular spots, because they're actually different, the two of them, if you can see. One is got two, and then you have a single one. So I will work on not having any bubbles in there. If, for me, this is an important section, it's because of the detail. If need be, this will be a direct print from my resin printer, unless I can get the actual resin castings to work well. But same as with the nose section, is you can snap these little bits off very easily. You see there's a line around the edge. That's actually the line of the double-sided tape, and it was taped down on the board. So snap it off, sand it off, sand it smooth, and that slots directly into the gap. Okay, so you can put a blob of glue in the front and back, boom, it goes in. I'd prepare this very nice with paint, weathering, a bit of silver dabs. I mean, look at the photographs online, especially from the auction of the original mock-up of the Viper. Very, very good images. What I will do is, on my Dropbox or box account, whichever one I use, I'll put all the images from the auction on there so that you can use as a reference. They'll include the cockpits, etc. Okay, so like I said, you have two of them, same procedure. Okay, nice thing is you have this wiring in over here, that's like copper wiring. If you look at the photos online when I put them there, or you can look online anytime, I'd paint those like a copper color, some silver coming through, worn out, with a worn out used look. Nothing's new in this world. Even a new thing's not new, it's still got dust on it. So try and make it look like it's been through the walls. Okay, so the next thing is your engine insert. So these basically slot into the gaps. Okay, and they fit in perfectly. So all you need to do is, same procedure, is snap the edges off, smooth it out, sand it down flat, and just drop it in there. Okay, that's the reason why I could have included this as part of this, but because it's a different color, easier to paint, I separated them. Okay, so there's the two of them, so they go in pretty easily. Okay, moving on to the cockpit. Okay, you have your seat. This came out very well. It's a casting, it's not an original print. I was originally going to put ejection buttons on the side, but you won't see them. Canisters on the back for ejection. I might add at a later stage. I don't think it's necessary. You do not see it. The lug on here, lug is just to line it up with the back. That fits in pretty well over there. And actually, I have a little Luke Skywalker. I have no idea where I got him from. Maybe someone can enlighten me on what series or kit this comes from. He's a bit Arnold Schwarzenegger like character, big chested. But he fits in the seat pretty well. I mean, I might be able to use him as a reference for if I do a character, a pilot. He sits pretty well in this. And Luke flying the Viper, could work. Okay, who'd win, the Viper or the X-Wing? Okay. So that's the seat. And then we have the inserts for the top pod. Okay, now these are two separate castings. And the problem is they had bubbles on the bottom. And I'm not sure now because I only saw it yesterday. I'm not sure if it's in the actual casting. I'm not home right now to see it, or if it's just happened because I didn't do a good job. So if it's in the casting, I can redo it. If it's an issue with getting it to look good, then I will print the originals. So here are my original ones. To that I printed from my resin printer. And you can see they're perfect. The little stands or feet, I'm going to call it that. And basically they go in with a round section at the back. It fits in there perfectly, you can glue it in. What I would do is I've got the little metal bits, which I'll get to when I actually do it. I'll show them to you. Little metal rods that run from front to back, and then this one runs up. The CGI model had a lot more wiring, but I'm trying to stick to the actual physical mock-up. So that's why these sections are different to the CGI model. Okay, so this one goes in there. Once you've done your wiring, simple drop of glue, boom, glue it in. Same on the side. Okay, and that basically is closer. Sits in there perfectly. Okay. And what it does is it forms a opening at the back. Okay, and that's where your engine mounts into. These are the mounts for the rear top engine. The engines are made to be removed if you want to, or you can glue them in. It all depends on if you want to do lighting or not. So the model is prepared for lighting. And you're going to have to do a little bit of extra work. You're going to do lighting in the cockpit, drill a hole through the rear lower seat area. There's a gap over here if you want to maybe have like a battery inside, switch or whatever, or if you want to hide your gold away or use it as a piggy bank. If you want to have a piggy bank, expensive-ish piggy bank Viper, then so be it. Okay, so that's basically that for that top section. Okay, next we have, let me take it off. Next we have the engine detailing. Okay, so let's take this off. There's two of them, one for each side. You'll see that if you look at it, one side is flat and one side goes all the way around. Okay, so over here, that little square bits go at the back. So basically, and the flat end goes at the bottom. So this one, flat end bottom, squares back, goes on the right hand side. It's got more holes in it. Okay, the one with two holes in goes on the left or the port side, and the one with many holes go on the right or the starboard side. So you see this one here, little squares, two holes, flat end on bottom, it slots in there. Obviously the one slotting now, it has to be prepared. In other words, it's got that ridge where the double-sided tape was. Sand it down, break it off, use your sanding block, and that basically just falls in there. Okay, I have all the wiring for that goes in there on both sides. That's where I'd say the skill comes in. It's skill and patience to put those in. I have included holes along the edges of this opening. If you can see, I'm not sure if you can see on this camera, there are little holes, little indentations on the sides. Okay, so you adjust the camera slightly up. Okay, so these holes are where the wiring goes in. I will give photographs or renderings of where the wires go in. I'm going to try and make an insert of the actual piping. So you won't need to do the whole job. It'll be easier as just slipping it in. I'm not sure if I can do it yet on the printer. I'll have to do tests. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. But for now it's wires. So there's 2 of them, 1, 2. Okay. Next we're moving on to the engines. So here we go, here's the 3 of them. 3 engines. Okay, exactly the same procedure as the rest. Break off the little pieces. Comes off. Sand it down. It might be thicker, it might be closed like this one. Okay, you can push through, sand it down. It's got to be sanded level. You can see where the line is on it. This one here virtually is already level. Okay, one is smaller than the others. The smaller one is the top one. Okay, and you'll see you get these 3 pieces with it. Okay, and that basically are the clips to hold the engine nozzles in, and then your engine mounts. These 3 pieces. Like I say, the same procedure on this. Okay, you see the line, very thin line. Okay, sand it down till it's smooth. This one as well. Okay, the 2 of them are the same. They're the 2 larger ones, and then one is it's got like a double ring. That is the single top one. And you see these fit in on top of them. This one, since it's open already, it fits inside. Okay. And then this section here, if you drill a hole through there, you can add a light in there pretty easily, because this is made to clip into the little groove over there. It's got a little lip, and that's got a little lip on it. So if I push this in, it clips in. So if you glue this onto there, it's on. You can pull it, boom, it comes out. Okay. Should come out. Oop, there we go. Okay, but once it's glued on, you should be able to pull it straight out. Okay. And then inside the inside each of these is your inside of your engine, which is the area where you put the LED behind if you do lighting. So you'll get 3 of these. Okay, they're direct prints, and you see they basically fit perfectly into there. Okay, that goes over the top. Well, not this one, but the other one. Okay, fits into the bigger one as well. So it goes in. Okay, on top. So you got space behind, probably about 4 or 5 mil. So if you drill a 5 mil hole, put a 5mm LED in the back. It's got gaps around the sides. The glow will come out around the sides, which to me is more realistic than having a clear section. Okay. So you set up for lighting. All you need to do on this section. Okay, sorry, let me just show how this goes in. Same procedure. Is this bit gets glued onto this bit, so this way around. Drill your hole through there, drill your hole through there, boom, and then this goes in there quite tight. Once this is glued on, that'll be quite tight in there, and you can see it lines up smoothly. It goes in, and your engine goes on top. It's a bit bigger one on, but it's the wrong size, but just to give it an effect. Okay, that's pretty simple. What I do over here is either drill a hole this way through to get cabling through, or make a groove down the center, so that your lighting comes out the edge. Okay. As for batteries, I mean, if you have a removable from the side, if the pod's loose, then you can put batteries inside easily. You can maybe access it this way. But the thing is, once if you glue these on the pods, this platform won't come off. That's the one thing. Okay. So let me get to this point over here. So this part. For this rear section. Okay, that needs to be sanded down. Dremel. Okay. For me, this filled up. Future one shouldn't have this. It might have a small bubble. Fill it up. Sand the lugs down. You do not need to sand over here. You will get two bits that look like this. Okay, they're direct prints as well. All that needs to be done is use a tweezer, pull out the little supports. Okay. They might really be out. It all depends on time for me if I can do it or not. So I've got two that are prepared, really done. You can see the supports are out. Okay. So this basically, this basically just slots in. So once your engine's on, so you put the pot on. Pot. And where's that one? There you see the front pot. Okay, so you see this slides underneath that section. Okay, and then this, once that's smoothed down, just goes in there. Boom. Okay, so with these two bits on, then you can start doing your filler. All the way up, fill around the edge, down the center, around the edge. Okay, so then you can smooth out the whole thing in one shot. That's the reason for not filling this, because it gets covered up. Okay, pretty easy. Okay. The next sections is the landing gear. So let's put the pot on. Okay. You can use your landing gears. Okay, so these are casted. So that's where it's filled, and I've got bubbles over there and over there. So that's not an issue because it goes into the body, but I'm going to see if I can maybe try and prevent them. I had bubbles over there as well, even though I had an air vent on the edges. Over here as well I had quite a few, but like I said, this is a first print, so future prints will have a lot less. It's going to need work, bit of sanding like in these sections along the sides, but they fit pretty well into the model. And the front one was very difficult to make a mold of, so this will be a direct print. Okay, so how it works over here is you choose your correct one. So that's the front. Okay, and you see there's lugs on the inside, and that fits into it. And these actually clip in. Okay, now if you're going to put this in, it's important that you know that this will have to be fixed. This will have to be glued in, which is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to glue this in and then leave my wings loose. That's going to be my procedure. So what you're going to do then is glue this on. Okay, it's not going to fit properly now because I haven't sanded it down. And you see it, the edge actually clips over the edge on the inside, and then this just comes over the top. Like that. That holds it. So that'll be your landing gear. Okay. If you choose to not have a landing gear but you want it closed, then the next option would be these three, which will be direct prints as well. Okay. And they will need sanding down and a bit of work. But you choose your right one. So let's choose the right one for this side, which will be this one. You see it's flat end, goes in, comes out slightly, and basically pushes together. So you don't need to glue this in if you're gluing this in, because it holds it. You do that on each side, and there's your landing gear closed. And as for the front, same procedure. Yeah, put these two together. This will look a lot better if it's glued together, to be honest. Okay. If you're going to not glue it together, then make sure that this is glued onto your back section, because the front lifts up to come out. So you see the one side's wider, that basically just clips in there. Okay. That'll clip in well once everything's glued together. Okay, if not, then you have your front gear, which slides in there as well. Like so. Boom. Okay, just glue that in there. Okay. It's pretty good. Okay. And then last but not least is your guns. Okay. I had issues with them when I made the mold. So I made them in 2 sections, but I'm going with the idea of actually printing them out directly. It came out pretty good. The one I put a piece of aluminium on the end to make it look more realistic. This one did not come out well. Okay, so to get these straight might be a bit of an issue. I do not know yet. I haven't tried it. I might use my original prints for this kit, and then make the rest of them straight resin prints, which will be a lot better quality. Okay, so this is the only bit that I struggled with when I was originally making it. Okay, so I think that's everything. Like I said, this will be an original print as well. I'm not going to make molds. This is the most challenging bit. I'm going to be supplying a piece of plastic templates. So you cut your canopy glass, and with epoxy, not super glue, you just put blobs on the end and stick it on. But obviously when we get there, we'll do it. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue these pieces together, and then put it together and see how it looks, and I'll come back. And then we get onto the cockpit, and I'll show all the cockpit bits, and then we get onto painting. So yeah, till next time. Thanks.